We're live now. Hi, welcome
Oh,
back. So yeah, about to get into the second round of
yeah.
pick bands.
Okay, so something that we didn't touch on as we were all just drooling at the mouth with the fact that HVG just called out war was that, okay, so the original plan of taking away so many jungle picks away from Guy Fieri actually came up really, really huge because of the fact that we, even, I believe, Sean, you mentioned this, that honestly speaking, the Jarvan didn't have that much of a presence in game one. Didn't have the same amount of pressure that Elliot was able to put out, but honestly, just wasn't able to do what Maokai or Sejuani does for Eric and snowball either a lane for Ali or snowball a lane for Caleb. None of those things happened. So I think that's a huge testament of how smart DG Mad Hatter is when it comes to pick bans, because it took him so much like cojones to
Okay, for what it's worth, I still do not agree with giving over the misfortune. But you know what? They weren't proactive. Like Menbung, like you can attest this when we pick Malzahar, Ethan is like TPing and he's making TP plays as a Malzahar, and it's like you're being proactive. They were not proactive. Ali just sat back.
But see,
yeah.
If you want to talk about using our games as an example or previous PMA LCS games, when that happens, it's off the back of their jungler.
That's true.
Allowing pressure and knowing where the enemy jungler is. Now, they did get some deep vision, but I think Eric just wasn't as comfortable. We've seen him, and he's talked about this before, being so comfortable on these tanks, Sejuani, Maokai, Cho'Gath. He believes all of them are really good and they're all within his wheelhouse. Banning two and taking one away, also, the Corki pick looks a whole lot better banned now, because if you allow that Corki package to have come down bot to where she can come down and just roam at any given time, because at least you know where the TP is going to go. You don't know where the Corki package is going to go immediately.
That's fair.
Hold on, pause. Did they just let Misfortune go again?
Yup.
Wait, I'm not even in the...
Yup. Hey, they decided to keep targeting Guy Fieri.
All right, Ward. All right, Ward, this is a call out. Do you pick it? Or no?
They do not need to first pick Misfortune because they have to know HVG does not play it.
But so see, this is the mind game that Frank's a god, okay? If he pulls this off, he is an absolute mastermind god.
I'll agree. If HVG picks up Misfortune right here, I'm done. I'm quitting.
They're going Misfortune Ornn back on them.
No.
Or pick. Okay.
No. Watch the Misfortune.
Don't do it to him.
That would be brutal.
Don't do it to him.
Oh my god.
No.
Dude.
The suspense. Oh my god. If they pick Misfortune here, I'm going to, I'm just gonna give up.
I'm gonna throw my headset on the ground if he picks Misfortune right here.
I literally will too. That's the pick.
And my hands up to play.
Okay. Alright, so the top lane Ornn.
So they pick Misfortune here then. Okay, there we go. Otherwise it gets banned.
Or picked up by HVG on their third pick.
This is the mind games.
Okay,
it's like, they didn't pick it. Look. Okay, we can save it. No, they'll pick it on their third goddamn pick.
Because Misfortune, outside of her W, is still very mobile, and you have a way with the Thresh. Oh, the Aatrox coming in.
That's pick. Oh my god. This is such a war comp right here. This is such a war comp.
They're going to go straight comfort here. The only problem is Eric is not going to be on comfort again. You can't put him on the Jarvan unless he gets more proactive in the early game.
I'm just trying to think of his other comfort.
He might try and play the Gragas, but historically his Gragas hasn't been the greatest pick.
I do like the Braum coming out for the bot lane. It's an Adonville pick.
Doesn't it block the Ram?
It's a Ram shield, so interesting. Malzahar Ornn.
Oh, flip the script on him.
Oh my Lanta. So
they.
do you
I think
ban?
they banned the misfortune. They
No,
have-
do you ban out other AD carries
Yes.
that Fudgy plays
and
then
forces them back on the misfortune.
force him onto his.
No, not force him. You pick the misfortune yourself and you ban other ones.
No, well, there's the vibe ban,
Oh,
so much for that.
so it's just forcing Guy Fieri off even more comfort. It's like, okay then.
And now I've been on this thing before when Eric and I were on the.
They're gonna quad ban him. Like,
Well, they did. The
Cho'Gath-
Cho'Gath's a flex ban, but he's
no, it's no.
That's an alley. I'm gonna call BS on that one. That one's for alley. That's
that
not
one
for
is
Eric.
100% for Alley.
They
I've-
banned the misfortune.
Eric, I love you, but yeah, war bans the misfortune.
War banned the misfortune.
They do not trust anything right now. Oh my god.
Wow.
look. This
Shit.
Gragas, however, like okay, so what is that? That either forces him onto the Jarvan,
Yeah. I don't
or
know.
he has to play
Fifth
non-tank.
Could
He could play Rammus.
play Rammus, but I don't know
He
how
could
well
Rammus.
Rammus would do into a Malzahar Ornn.
I'm not entirely sure. I don't think it's a good pick either. What other tank junglers are there? Chat, let us know.
Nah. nah, fam. Just I got nothing.
Quad.
Rammus.
Okay, you could argue it's a pentaban. It's a quad ban, but like.
It's a 4.5 ban on him because he does play. He does play Cho'Gath, and he did play it. When me and him were on the man buns together during like the little intermural.
The man buns.
Well, that's what his name was. He wanted to make it called the man buns, whatever.
Oh my god.
He, like, oh, where was my point? Damn it, Rich.
You love me.
All right. So what do you pick here on the side of HVG? You pick your 80k, or you wait for them to pick their 80k?
You pick your. Oh well, I was gonna say you pick your jungler here, so you even take one more jungle pick away from Eric, if that's your whole point.
Okay, I don't like this Caitlyn pick though. Just not. Basically,
Wait.
just because she's just not strong.
Wait.
That's it.
Pause. Elliot plays Rammus. I don't understand why they didn't do that. Why didn't they pick?
Speedy Rammus.
Yeah, no, I honestly like it's to the point now to where you have to pick in your 80 carry here to give yourself more time to think about what is Eric gonna play.
Ziggs.
Oh, they're 80 carry Corki or 80 or the
Wait,
ADC
that's
bot lane
80
Ziggs.
That
I don't think that works anymore.
ADC Ziggs. No, it still works. It's still like fine. It's not great, but like
It could be ADC Corki.
I think no.
I think the Ziggs is a
no.
better matchup into the
Quote
Malzahar.
unquote 80 carry. Corky.
No,
I don't
Corki,
think so.
Corki 80 carry is actually not bad.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Corky 80 carry would make
But
a little
also,
more
like, will they take? Will out? It. This is alley drafting.
The Nunu!
I called it.
Wow.
I called it.
sense. Okay.
They called it.
I want to see the speedy Rammus.
Okay, but now what?
Well, no, he can pick anything.
Nocturne. Okay.
Ugh,
Here we
God.
go. Oh
Bye,
god.
Ziggs.
Oh god.
Yo, that's an Elliot special, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally the. I'm not sure how
there it
strong
is.
Nunu is right now, but because some of the
Not very.
keystones just don't.
Not really, just not. This is his like 6th tier level of comfort, and this is when this. It kind of makes sense. Like Guy Fieri is a new-ish jungler. Not that he hasn't been like jungling, but this is his first split jungling in PMA LCS. So
Yeah.
it makes sense.
Jesus
Maybe
Christ.
his comfort champ pool is probably a little small, and he's being forced on the Nunu. Like,
Yeah, I'll say that. Well, in most war comps, you'll see 2 tanks, either jungle support or jungle top, and then Alley just moves the meat shields where they go. You know,
I mean-
so without having both of those meat shields and using Nunu as one of them, you know. Now, I don't really like the synergy between like a Nunu and a Corki ADC if that is where the Corki does go.
oh
But,
yeah,
um,
true. There's really not a lot of synergy. Oh.
But they do have decent like they have really good wave clear and good siege on the side of war. HVG has a better-ish team fight, especially because of the Ornn engage and Nocturne ultimate. Someone's going to die when they press those ults on the side of war. Someone will die. You have single target lockdown on almost everybody. Rich, what are you doing?
What?
Nothing.
What?
What?
Right.
Man, it's
Oh my lord. This has been a series of pick bans. Dear.
I just-
Oh my god.
Also, one thing I want to talk about, we kind of saw War collapse in that last game with, like, Fudgy has every game previously, when he feels strong on his champion, he's frontlining, like, poking out damage. That's why his DPS numbers are so high. Also the fact, Misfortune, so there. But he was so afraid, or at least his positioning was more reserved, let's say that. We can't assume that he was afraid personally. But his positioning was more reserved in those final team fights of the last game because of how much of an advantage that he's used to getting that he didn't have. And then also, Seabass talked about it, the vision from HVG in the other side jungle made this, like, they read the script on what War wants to do after, and usually War is, I think, one of the best, if not the best, for taking Rift Heralds. So maybe that put them out of their comfort zone, because usually they have a script that they go by. They attack them in the draft with the script of the 2 meat shields and Eric's comfort. Then they attack them in game with doing the 4-man dive bot first and getting first blood on they got 2 kills bot on them, taking the Rift Herald away from them, which they're used to getting. Now they still gave away first tower, but then they got every Drake after that, because it seemed like whether Eric may have not felt confident enough on his Jarvan, which was still a little, behind, and it is a Corky mid with the Ziggs in the bot lane. But just it's like they read them like a book. They know the script, and it's up to War to flip the script and put a new page in right now.
Yeah, like I said earlier, when we began all this, I don't foresee. I would never have thought that HVG would come out of this 2-0. I do still heavily believe that War can do it, as you just said, and adapt to certain play styles that they haven't exactly, brought to the table. Not being so telegraphed in their moveset, because they've done this exact same thing. You're absolutely right. They've done the exact same thing, game in and game out, through this entire season. Even like we said to the 4-man in the lane, and HVG, they countered that. But I still do believe that War has the ability to adapt to a certain other type of game style and to run with it. You still have Ali in the mid lane, and you still have Blackstrand in the top lane. Fudgy Ditters isn't exactly a slouch whenever it comes to AD carry, even off of the misfortune. So I still heavily believe that War can come back from the series 100%.
Yeah, I think I almost expect them to. Again, the only problem is all of us here at the desk, proverbial, thought they just destroyed and draft, and then they just didn't. I don't know. I still think Jarvan's a strong pick. He's definitely not maybe the strongest jungler, but he's still up there in terms of win rates. But they just kind of fell apart at the seams after draft, and HVG pulled out some Juju miracle.
Hold up, is that Smite Ignite Nunu?
He's got to change it.
Yeah, he has to. That's absolutely not.
That cannot be right. Like,
no, it can't be.
It's gonna change.
20
it has
seconds.
to.
20 seconds.
No, this is not LCS. It's
No,
not
I
like
know.
okay.
It's not like locked in. I'm just like, the timer's ticking.
Yeah, but remember last time we thought it was going to be something for the opposite mid laner,
Yeah.
and then it changed like at the last second.
Oh yeah, I think it might
didn't-
just get delayed.
Be a
and, like,
spectator.
Okay. Spectate, whatever. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Teleport. He took it. He took smiting.
Okay,
Nunu?
so here's the thing. Here's my only reasoning for that. Eric is a Nunu player. He knows how to counter jungle with it. Nocturne is not healthy on his first clear. Okay?
Get me off this wild ride. Oh my god.
If Eric, like this, if Eric can do this, no more disco Nunu. We want like lava, like what's different than disco? That's got like spicy salsa Nunu. we're gonna have salsa Nunu for Eric because this is spicy as hell.
Talking. Talking.
He's gonna use them to cook for Flavor Town. Exactly, Murphy.
Oh my god.
Wait, John, you're saying that Ignite Smite Nunu is meta?
No.
Where, in Oceania?
No one is saying that. We're just trying to.
No. Das Bite in chat is saying that.
Oh.
Boo! Opie, don't boo me. You know that was good. Unless you're booing Murphy. Salsa Nunu, boo!
Salsa Nunu, what the hell?
I like Murphy right out. He's got to use something to cook something for Flavor Town, yeah.
Oh my god. What has this cast become? Okay.
Man, it's becoming as predictable as the drafts and the results of them.
As in not.
Yeah. You did say 99 out of 100, and last was...
Hey, I did not say 100 out of 100.
No, I said, like I said, you said 99 out of 100. And so
If I had
this
said
last game
100 out
was
of
the
100,
last one.
I would literally be eating my mouse right now.
Yeah.
If I had said 100 out of 100.
I want it, like, if they do an immediate pause, like they can't because we would have known by now.
No,
Right?
no, it would pause.
Well,
as
no,
soon
but
as
we
they
would
get
know
into
that they're
game.
out of game.
No,
Someone would have messaged us by now. That's what I'm saying. Like, we wouldn't have known on the spectator,
yeah.
but someone would have messaged us like, "Hey, Eric accidentally took Ignite." No shit.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's intentional. Okay then.
That's the only thing. Dylan, hear me out on this. Maybe you weren't here, but Ignite Nunu, you invade and you kill Nocturne at his second buff. That's the only thing I can think of.
Ignite and. No.
Please, no more Juju magic.
I'm gonna just turn off the fan so I can.
I'm tired of Juju.
Okay.
Dude, blue side's got some Juju magic, or it's HVG. Because if HVG win this, I don't care what happens the rest of the week. They're #1 on my power rank.
Oh yeah, they're number. If they 2-0 this, they're number 1.
If they
Power
2-0
rankings, 'cause they'll
War-
have 2-0'd the #1 team of the previous week's power rankings. Like
Well, they would have also just never lost a game, let
Also
alone a
that.
match.
also that.
God. I rushed home from church for this, and now I feel like
You.
I just got baptized by DG Mad Hatter's like drafting skills.
I don't even call them
my-
drafting skills. Like the
I
first
got-
draft,
alright,
the first draft was
alright,
still horrendous.
Absolutely. This is absolutely a Korean Bill Nunu.
Unsealed spellbook.
Because-
Okay.
Because of unsealed spellbook.
Okay, that makes
Okay.
so much more sense now.
Alright.
Someone explain that to me because I haven't played with
Smite-
those.
Unsealed spellbook is the one that allows you to swap out your summoner spells. So he takes Smite Ignite, goes for the invade, tries to get the kill, and then he can swap out the Ignite for Flash.
There you go.
Yeah.
Man, LCS is gonna be so crazy next split.
Oh my
We're gonna
god.
be seeing like double Ignite bot lanes going at it, and they're like, "Hey, by the way, I'm switching peace." Like,
Yeah, but you
Oh
get,
no, Unsealed
you-
spellbook is not going to be like meta. It's good on
no, I
like
know.
Malzahar
I'm just saying.
and Vlad, but yeah.
However, it does reduce the cooldown of all of your summoner spells.
Wow, that means, holy crap! I might take that into freaking. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Oh, I'm gonna use it on my pocket pick. Yes. And we're in. I gotta follow this Nunu around.
That animation is pretty fucking
Oh my
funny.
god.
Oh, but he is using Robot Nunu, which I'm fine with. Nunu Bot, that's the best one.
Oh my god. I'm actually partial to Zombie Nunu, believe it or not.
No. We shall confuse them with our superior skills. Ha ha ha. Like, that's the best. You can't get better than that.
that. Eric, oh my god.
So, we got some Korean
So,
barbecue
type,
wings.
hashtag HVG win or
cooking up
hashtag-
in Flavor Town.
Hashtag HVG win, hashtag war win in the chat because I don't even know. I can't.
Can we change the hashtags this game? Hashtag Juju Magic Round 2 or hashtag Ignite Nunu.
Okay, yeah, put it in chat, guys.
That's gotta be it. Please.
I wanted to say Korean barbecue. Because it's a Korean build, so you got Ignite, so you got
Hashtag
the...
Korean barbecue, yes.
Yeah, hashtag Korean barbecue.
I thought he was taking us to Flavor Town, but apparently he's taking us to Koreatown. Is that what you're telling me?
Korean barbecue, yeah, that's Flavor Town.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah. So hashtag Juju Magic
Hashtag
or
Korean
hashtag
barbecue.
Korean
I see you,
barbecue.
Murphy. Okay, let's actually get into some LCS here.
Elliot one-man carry.
Alright, esports.
Okay, esport ball.
Oh boy. Well, actually, they're not as aggressive. Last game.
Oh,
Sal, not on the Leona. Yeah, Sal not on the Leona, not gonna take Zenith Blade and automatically engage in the first
I'd be surprised
wave.
if he did take Zenith Blade on Braum.
Oh, Blockchain.
Or
He
on
does
Eric.
have the level 2. Oh my. Ooh, okay. That's some damage.
Okay.
Milk also has his level 2 power spike. Will hit the hook on the Donbell. The trap. Oh, I was about to say perfect trap, and that didn't actually hit, but.
Guy Fieri's being spotted on his invade, which is delayed here, which is why I think he should have just gone straight for it.
Oh, very oh, they're playing.
He doesn't trust it.
He's just.
He doesn't trust it.
He's just like, wait.
Oh god.
My god.
He didn't trust it. Oh boy, that's funny.
He was just like, bye.
What's the point, man? What's the point of going Ignite Nunu and not, not showing it?
Here's the thing is, like, what Ali should have done is, like, you can press this wave a little bit harder as Blackstring goes in on the top lane onto Aki.
Yeah, and forces you flash out of Aki.
Don't think he needed to flash there, I'll be honest.
No, really, no.
I think it just saves some health.
Oh boy!
It's a 4-man flash forward. Oh, the blade does not hit. The hook does not hit either. Vile Sosic escapes? Okay.
Ooh,
So
Sal didn't press the trigger on that, he didn't press the trigger on that,
Wait, fast enough.
Hook. No, on the hook fast enough.
The hook should have come sooner.
No, because he knew the flash would get. The play was the correct
Elliot's
play.
caught between a Nunu and a Nunu.
Then he blasted
And
him.
now he's out. Okay.
And then it's K.
Oh no. Oh no.
He
has no flash.
He gets knocked up. He's down. He's out. He'll go down. First blood.
Oh my god.
The Ignite goes down. They're gonna not keep going after Akayu, but hey, there we go. First blood. Ignite used. I'll take it.
Oh, don't do this to me.
Blue side Juju magic, man. I'm telling
Blue side's Korean barbecue. What the heck?
I know. Well, the Juju was on the blue side. Maybe it's just the blue side that has the Juju magic. Like whoever's on blue side.
Rich, I want these stats like tonight for this game. By the way,
I have to wake up at 7 and teach.
I
Well, it
want
looks
them
like you
tonight.
got a lot to do then.
Yeah, it seems like you got a long day ahead.
I hate all of you.
To be honest, just going back through the VODs to find out who was first blood and everything was so annoying.
Oh no, exactly, yeah. I mean, this game, Balakasharan got it, and then Silent Taco last game.
Yeah. Maybe I should update that right now.
Sure. Fire hashtag? No, why? What? Why are we firing me?
Fire Rich!
Because you won't do the stats. We need the stats from this game. Or from game 1 at least.
Yeah, but also, like, if I'm doing stats, I'm gonna have to do the other series going on too.
Rich, I don't think you understand. You need to visibly...
By the way, Allergic to Milk won our MVP vote for the first game.
It's
Yeah,
one of
I was
my
about to say
fetishes,
that.
dude.
Stats getting done right away.
Hey, did Fudgy die first, or was that a Donville that died first last game?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Eh. We'll go back and watch it. Or at
I
least
think
you
it was a
can.
Donville.
Set high goals for yourself. Teach on 5 hours of sleep, and Guy Fieri is sleeping on 5 hours of sleep and going after Silent Taco, but nothing actually happens. They're going for Allergic to Milk. They get a little bit poked down the hook lanes onto a Donville. They will not get the trap on him again. Silent Taco not doing quite as well in this Caitlyn as the Trist, I don't think.
I'll say this. Something I've noticed with Eric in that gank and in a previous gank on the Jarvan when they focused between DG Mad Hatter and Elliot Sejuani last game was it seems like he's on a different page or he's trying to do too much, like focus two people at once. Because he could, because I feel like he could have taken out Elliot last time when they were mid lane with the Jarvan ulti, but he ulted DG Mad Hatter instead. And then also right there, he gets the slow on the taco, but then it should immediately turn on to Allergic to Milk, who has the Braum passive on him. He also has no flash from that mid lane failed attempt of a gank.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so Akayu, a very smart buy against Blackistran here, who already has the color finished. What most tank top laners like to do is like, Aatrox has a lot of sustain attacks because of his passive. I should go Bramble Vest, right? No. You go health. Okay, you sustain a little bit better, and especially with Balmy Cinder, you'll be able to trade back that damage, which is a higher percent rate than the Bramble Vest.
Also, Balmy Cinder and Cinder Hulk have had their changes reverted from when they were nerfed on this patch.
Yeah,
so it's actually a better buy altogether.
And Bramble Vest got nerfed.
Oh, Andy's gonna go in, get the knockup. He is winning this trade with Blockstring currently. And Ram is gonna come in, gonna knock him up. Akut does not win the sustain trade though. Does he have a flash? He does have flash. Guy Fieri's here. And gets the stun, but Blockstring will not go down. He does have his GA passive too.
So here's the difference in that gank. I believe, let me go check real quick. Urion would have probably, if he would have been able to not die earlier, probably would have had enough camps to be 6 at that point. Because if he hit 6 off this red, look, he's 6 now just from being EXP wise. If he would have been 6, that gank would have been turned around, or that play would have been turned around in his favor.
Urion is still going on to Guy Fieri. Blast Cone away while Fieri, okay. Guy Fieri is safe. Yeah, and also, just going back to the whole Bramble Vest versus Balmy Cinder thing, I mean, Bramble Vest doesn't matter when Blockistran takes a trade and then heals off of minions and isn't attacking you.
The main reason why I call attention to that was for last week's match, the opposing top laner took Bramble Vest first against the Aatrox, which in theory is correct, but once you actually translate it onto paper and you trade and extended team fights and everything else like that, it is not correct. It's the only reason why I call attention to it.
On the other hand, if you're facing Olawi, build a Bramble Vest. And here's the double gank, the suppression, and the fear, and the paranoia. Forces the flash away from Urion, and Guy Fieri flashing after him. You're gonna get the snowball. He doesn't get it! Guy Fieri is now silenced. DG Mad Hatter is going after him. Oh no.
No, we gotta
hit space aids by DG. By Guy Fieri. Okay. 2 kills for HVG.
So maybe we weren't wrong about the draft this time. Hey!
I don't know.
They're still down 1,000 gold though. How?
Yeah, but 1K isn't that bad.
Farm. Top lane farm.
Yeah, that's gonna be the way.
Let me see. Yeah, the difference is in the top lane. Ornn has a lot of gold right now, guys.
Does he? How do you see that?
X.
Oh, it started as like 46 billion to something.
Look at
and then
Nunu.
he bought and it went to 0.
Look at Nunu's
bug? What is this bug?
Korean barbecue, man.
Korean barbecue gives you all the gold. Hey, funny thing, I actually had Korean barbecue right before this match.
Oh my
I
god!
love Korean barbecue.
Korean barbecue is the best. And now it's back to 1.
He just spent all that money and only got what for it? A Balmy Cinder?
Okay, that has to be a bug or something, because he's not even in base.
Oh,
Oh well, speaking of bugs, Violet Sociocat using package onto Rurion. He is very, 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 very dead. But Aku has teleported in, is going to use the ram. Gonna knock up only...
It does block it.
So it does block. It does
so
only
it
knock
does.
the Bound Bell.
Cool.
Still
Good to know.
Still knocks up the Rom, but does block it. Okay, good.
Picking Braum in every single one of my games for my supports now, because Ornn's still busted.
In the meantime, though, Orchestration's soloed Rift Herald, dropping a top lane while War is going for this dragon. They want all the objectives right now, and he still has his TP.
Yeah, but this is the thing that War excels at, and we didn't really get to see it last game, but this game, I mean, their macro play, you know, again, is just second to none in this league.
They take first tower and first dragon at the same time.
Yep, it's more about the playbook of what they were trying to do in all their previous games, too.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. And with all that, actually, War have put themselves in an almost 3k gold lead. 12 minutes in, that's pretty good. And Fudgy Ditters is ahead in CS on the Ziggs, which as a Caitlyn, you never want to be behind in CS. Although, as a Violet Sociocat, you also never want to suffer from paranoia. She gets chunked down to half health. As Rurion DG Matter.
Do you guys have a second to talk about your Lord and Savior, freaking one-shot Nocturne?
Yeah, that's what's going to get to.
Wait for the Dusk Blade. Just wait.
Oh yeah, no. That's just with the Warrior enchantment.
Yeah, if any of y'all can get Adam in here so he can see Nocturne played, he loves Nocturne, so.
Uh-oh.
Oh, and there's a suppression.
He's dead, actually.
Bye. And
Click the...
Guy, okay, Guy Fury is here to just... He swapped back to Ignite, actually. Okay.
Did he ever switch out?
He doesn't
swapped the
even
flash.
know how to...
There was a flash.
Yeah, he switched to Flash. He took, he got rid of the Ignite. You see, he didn't even play Nunu bot right, because as soon as you miss that ultimate, you spam laugh.
Damn it.
Fair.
No.
That ha.
Oh, hey, wait, we're at 19 viewers? Oh.
Yeah, the other game finished.
Oh, okay, cool.
Welcome. For those of you just joining, we have hashtag Juju Magic versus.
No, it's not a Clown Fiesta.
Oh no, it's actually the opposite of a Clown Fiesta, but yeah, hashtag Juju Magic versus hashtag Korean Barbecue.
Wait, okay, so what actually is the opposite of a Clown Fiesta? So Fiesta would be siesta, and the opposite a mime siesta. Is that what we have?
Siesta.
A mime siesta is what we have.
Then, well, the ram actually dodged by Violet Sociocat, but Aki Adonville is here for the backup, and the Mega Inferno Bomb does get rid of the spell shield, does not actually damage DG Mad Hatter, but they are chunking down Aki.
I don't think that's what. I don't think for a 10-second passive is worth. I'll be honest here.
Really,
I'll be the first to throw in my hat for that one. Blackestran.
DJ at Adder.
Blackestran, I don't. Is he scared of the? Is he scared of the Thresh?
No,
because honestly, he could just pop Silent Taco now, but the Silent Taco has flash and he also would be able to get out of that situation and just cut it out. Man, literally throwing everything at Frank right now. Not really hitting much.
This is actually quite a strong poke comp if you can hit it.
Well, the Sheen procs and the Ziggs W is going to take down this tower so quickly. They can take down these towers so fast. And having Caleb on the split push duty doing the attack speed bill is huge. But if they ever get into a team fight where Akayu can like make the ram hit up multiple members and then Elliot just deletes either Fudgy or Violet Sociocat, it's going to be Nunu's just going to be as useful as Nunu is in any team fight without his ultimate, which is not, for all of you wondering what the answer is.
Which is not. You heard it here first, Nunu is useless in a team fight.
Without his ult, yes.
I mean, he can W his AD carry, which in this case I guess is a core team. Eyeball Akashran, okay. That's all I got.
There's his ultimate.
That one's also going in the fail montage. Oh, Baki goes. He's going in. Blockish looping around the side. Actually, he wants to
Catch him out!
Oh,
Yeah, I absolutely agree. Donville was not there to block it. Just throw the ram in his face and destroy him.
I think you engage now, but you have to engage on the Fudgy with Elliot's ult, because you can't go on to Allie. She's got the package.
that hook not gonna
Ooh,
land.
they're just a raw hook.
They're just gonna fish for hooks from allergic to milk vial. So I got taking a tower shot in the meantime.
Once Taco gets here, I fully expect them to go in.
But
Yeah,
they didn't.
Donville needs to be really careful with this unbreakable. What is it called?
Unbreakable.
Is it just unbreakable?
Pretty sure it is. Yes.
The
Yeah.
unbreakable
He
shield,
needs to
yeah.
he needs to be really conservative. He needs to be really conservative with this unbreakable
Yeah, it's just,
shield
it's
because
just unbreakable. That's it.
Yeah.
yeah, it's just
Allergic to milk,
unbreakable.
finding the hook onto a Donbell, the ram coming out. But Safudgy Didders is rooted in a trap, but they do not take advantage of it. Aku forced to flash out Violet, so it's gonna Valkyrie forward, almost gonna take down Aku, but he will get Lantern out of the way. The hook going onto Guy Fieri gets hooked in time with the stopwatch. But the paranoia, he's gonna delete Allie. No, Violet Sosu Cat's alive. What? Guy Fieri is gonna go down to the Ignite. Okay, allergic to milk does take out one. The Peacemaker actually took out Allie. She didn't even notice, but the double kill back for Fudgy Didders, as that is a 2 for 2 in all of that craziness.
Here's the problem with why that didn't work out. DG Mad Hatter was in bot lane answering Caleb the entire time.
Oh. Oh.
Also, in my honest opinion, the reason why that didn't work, Aki hit that ultimate straight into the unbreakable, which we just said. You know, you kind of have to wait for that cooldown to end. And honestly, with allergic to milk hitting that hook onto a Donville automatically bringing out the unbreakable. You know, you wait maybe a second or two for that to go down, and you have a team fight where you can win with that Orin ultimate.
Also, Fudgy Didders stepped on a trap, and
yeah,
it seemed like no one noticed. Like, it's like, okay, Arion, go. He's on a trap, go, and he didn't pull the trigger. Granted, he pulled the trigger on Allie and almost deleted her, almost. But
she did fall, didn't
I fully expect for him to one shot that one shots with the dust blade. So
yeah.
Yeah, and there's very little to no armor on the side of.
Hello?
Hello?
Oh, hello. You cut out, yeah.
Very little to no armor on the side of War.
yeah, I mean the only tank that you really have is the Brawl, and even he's not building
Are we
any
counting
armor.
Nunu as a tank?
I'm barely counting him as a champion.
Oh my god.
As it should be.
Nunu has a family, dude. Jesus.
Does he?
No.
Because I don't think so.
Good idea there. Unfortunate. Man, I don't understand why people place wards. Wards are just spoilers.
Boy.
What? Sebastian, actually, you know what? That explains how you play top lane, so I understand now why you feel that way.
Oh, Jesus.
That's
I
about
love
right.
you. No,
It's all good.
actually, Sebastian is the reason why I'm actually in PMA LCS.
Aw.
Hey.
Sebastian was actually my first captain. 7 deadly sins, boys.
Captain.
That's one of my favorite. That's one of my favorite team names.
Oh, it's one of my favorite team names too. Like, they should. Team 7 last split should have kept it. They didn't. Garrett. It's good watching. I'm calling him out. Oh, the hook. Oh, they find Violet Sociocat, but she will just Valkyrie out. The flash forward from Allergic to Milk 4. Oh, but the Ram gets eaten again. They're going to keep going on to Violet Sociocat. The hook. Landing. Oh, wow. Fudgy Didders is going to get the lead by Rurion. Bye-bye. Okay. Guy Fieri is low.
Fudgy Deaders, more like it.
Daddy Didders? Something?
Yeah,
Hook
shout out
does
to
not hit.
Theatrics.
And
Bye, Ali.
Nope.
Space Aids, auto,
Now.
silence, bye. I keep teleporting bot lane to answer Walkishan while the rest of his team are going to take
I'm
the
not
ban.
sure
But
that's-
Walkishan just has
Yeah,
damage
you have
and
no
he's just-
ultimate.
He's just getting whacked. Oh, the hook lands
wait,
onto Guy Fieri,
wait.
and they're gonna delete him.
Hit
Oh,
him.
he kills Aki finally!
Oh.
But, I mean, the HVG is gonna get Baron?
Maybe.
Yeah, they have no tank. I mean,
Allergic to
they do have a
milk,
tank.
yeah.
Oh.
Oh, Blancashred's TP! Oh no! There's that violence. Yep, that's Blancashred. Oh lord, oh no. There's one. Womp. Womp womp. Alright, there's gonna see
No,
Red Hat.
no, no, kill him! Kill him!
Kill him!
No! Why?
Well, oh, okay. That was a quadra kill for Blancashred, and you screwed it all up.
Taco could have. Taco.
No.
Yeah, didn't want to
Taco,
commit
talk
there.
about a misplay.
Get out right now. We're dual casting for the rest of them.
But then you don't have a streamer.
I didn't say you had to cut stream off. I said you had to get out.
You have to be in our voice comms.
Yeah.
Well, as Dignitas once said, we should go Baron.
But unlike Dignitas, they actually secure it.
Oh god.
Man, this is about to be as
There, and,
Man.
and there we went from Mime Siesta to Clown Fiesta.
You're gonna coin that phrase, aren't you?
But no, you coined it.
Very fine line between Clown Siesta and
Mime Siesta
Mime
and
Siesta,
Clown
my bad.
Fiesta. There's,
my bad.
That's
No,
a new term. Mime
Yeah.
Siesta.
Yeah. You know what that fine line is? PMA LCS. Right there. like we're literally teetering on the edge of Mime Siesta or Clown Fiesta at any given moment.
Oh my
And there are
god.
a few games like, oh, he stole the blue buff? Caleb stole blue with his Q.
What?
He's also Flame Horizon's Akayute.
Oh, okay. Wait, no, he's two more CS and he does it. Okay, there we
No,
go.
he does it.
He
Yeah.
just now did it. Well,
Back to
this is the
some
game. HVG
analysis.
does take a tower, so they're only doing.
That's their first tower of the game too.
Wonder what the Malzahar win rate is right now. Let me look that up. It's pretty
It
high.
lost last game.
I'm pretty well. I'm not gonna count last
Top
game
lane,
in this.
yeah. Hell yeah, it did.
Wait, what'd you say?
Top lane Malzahar? Hell yeah, it lost.
Oh my god.
Actually, top lane Malzahar is one of the highest win rates in Challenger.
That's, well, in Challenger.
Yeah, I didn't say your win rate.
Malzahar's win rate is 70%, has won 7 out of 10 games, 7 out of 11 if you count this series, so more like 68%.
Man.
It's high, but not that high.
So it would have been 80% of.
Oh, TG Mad Hatter putting the space aids onto Donbell and silencing him. Okay, he's tanky. Not much is happening now.
That's a lot. Not breaking through.
Mime Siesta. Allergic to milk is on an adventure. Okay. Oh, Blockstrand is the guy. Okay, Guy Fury took a last gun over. Oh,
I thought you.
that's actually quite a big Inferno bomb, but like, not much is gonna happen from that.
240 would be a Flame Horizon, not 204. I'm sorry, my dude. A Flame Horizon is 100 CS above.
Just yes above. Yeah, 203.
Unless you're trying to meme like, there's no 420 joke that you're making, so I thought that may be the Flame or
Oh,
something.
the hook landing on the Wild Soscat, but no one is around to capitalize. DJ Matter forced to flash, and they're just gonna whack away at Blockchain, but he is still alive through all this. He does finally go down.
Oh my God!
Massive, just
Oh
whack
boy.
onto the backline. Fudgy Dinners is so low right now. They're chasing after, but they kill off for Rurion. This is full on Cloud Fiesta. Silent Taco does take on Guy Fieri. Yaku's just gonna still go on to Fudgy Dinners. He's gonna get him. No, he's not. He's gonna whack at the Donbell. Oh my god. Silent Taco's now going. How is Fudgy Dinners even alive? I don't understand. Oh my, Aku, please don't die to minions. Oh no, Aku barely
Aku
lives.
die, he has
What?
W.
How? Oh my god.
Eric
just
with the
happened?
Empire Flash.
What are you doing? Oh my god. I'm done with life. Okay. Well, now HVG are gonna get 2 turrets back off that team fight, and now it's an even game again. So, Clown Fiesta, boys.
Oh my god. Eric flashed in there like a hero thinking that ultimate was gonna kill somebody. The man was playing full AP Nunu. It was like all the hoes and just got hooked.
Sebastian, are
I
you
love Eric,
okay?
man. I fucking love Eric. Oh my god.
Actually, though, are you okay?
I'm dying at Greg in chat. He is roasting you because it's so true. Oh my god.
Who's he
Rich and
roasting?
Rich and their fiestas. Team fight starts, it's a fiesta. Team fight ends, that was a fiesta. Jungler gets a pick, fiesta. A pause, it's a fiesta.
Pauses are always
Macro
fiestas.
play? Oh, it's a mime siesta.
No, fiesta. By the way, I want y'all to know that wasn't George Bush that did 9/11, but War and HVG did 9/11. It's only 100 gold lead now. Look,
Oh my
the kill
God.
score. The kill score.
What the hell? Oh, I hate you so much. You can now leave. Wait, I can server mute you.
I'm gonna go spam so much crap in chat.
No, don't. I'm actually not going to. It's okay.
I think Murphy's like eternally like triggered for the entire. He just puts no, please stop. Why? Why?
I blame you, Sean.
Yeah, sure.
Pulling
So,
up shit like
Yurion.
War and HVG.
So something that we're not is the fact that Yurion has now 2 team fights in a row just deleted someone off of the map. He has the League of Legends button right now that is attached to his R
the
key,
gameplay button.
and man, he is pressing that pretty hard on Fudgy Dinners every time.
What actually happens is when he presses R, Alt F4 simultaneously triggers on the other person.
No, Greg, no.
Rich is use the clowns. Fiesta is Abba. Wait.
Okay, delete Fudgy Dinners apparently because something weird is happening. Oh, okay, and Donville's going down, and bye. Double kill for DG Mad Hatter. My camera did something weird there. I brought Oh, here comes the package, but okay. Well, Tosuke will go down for that, but they will also take down the rear. Oh my God, Blancashan wacky Hadaki who takes him down again. Literally.
Okay, so I know we.
Okay.
You mentioned it earlier, Sebastian, but he still doesn't have a Bramble Vest, and that's a bad thing.
Now it is. Now it's a bad thing.
It's a super bad thing. You have to get if you're
now he needs Bramble Vest. I absolutely agree.
Now he needs a Thorn Mail for the attack speed shit too.
He must be listening to like thing because he's like, oh yeah, build health. So he just built a straight up war mod.
And Orchestra just TPs into Darren, yeah. Yeah, Rion's just coming up now, so they cannot steal this. Let's alert DG Mad Hatter. Oh, Sal, no, what are you doing? He's going in. It's a 2v4. DG Mad Hatter gets the lead in. Oh my God, shut down onto him. What are you doing? HVG with the Baron throws, or throws, or whatever you want to call them. What?
This is when you can say it.
Clown Fiesta!
There we go.
Yeah, so honestly speaking, Frank had no business. Frank had
none of them had any business being there. You just leave it.
Do you know Fudgy used Mega Inferno to try to? He used it to try to make it.
Oh, Aki diving in on the Guy Fury, but Guy Fury is actually kind of tanky if you count as a champion. But Silent Taco gonna delete Fudgy Dinners after he steps on a trap. Oh my God, Fudgy, what you doing?
Rebellion. He has the League of Legends button. He just needs.
He's gonna gameplay someone.
Well, look at this epic outplay that he's about to do. Presses R, insta gray screen. Just
in the meantime,
interactive gameplay at its fucking.
We're gonna get their triple Ocean Dragon maybe, but the Ram is gonna come in. I don't even have words. How can you what?
Oh my god! I don't think I've ever seen something funnier than like.
What's the frames? I want to know the frames. I want to know the frames that you can press R again to hit that ramp, and I need to know it now.
Oh my god!
So
please,
I can begin clowning on this
Bear
man.
Jr.
Actually, no. Someone clip that.
Bear
Someone
Jr.
clip the
please
reaction.
clip that.
Just the silence.
Like, I just looking at that. It's like when someone has depth perception with baseball, and then the ball like flies behind them, and they're like, "I got it," but he just headbutts forward
And
like a
swing and a
buffoon.
miss.
Jesus Christ!
Can I say it?
Yeah,
So this chess match
hold
is slowly becoming.
chess match.
Very-
We're playing hopscotch right now, dude. Like, there's nothing strategic about this.
Last game was 5D chess. This one's hopscotch.
We threw away all the instructions before. We just decided to go pick up some chalk and go out into our front yards and just dolo. Okay.
This is one of the funniest casts I've been a
Oh
part
yeah,
of
Bugs
in a
Planet,
while.
nice. Even Lee doesn't want to be a part of this.
Did you actually bug spot?
Yes, I Bugs
Oh
Planet.
my god! Oh
Even
my
Lee
god.
said, "Nah, fam."
Good job, Greg. Good job supporting your own baby creation, which is PMA LCS. So we didn't really talk about this, but like while they have a lot of siege on the side of Fudgy Ditters with, and I know it's hard to analyze this game right now, just because so much happens like without thought, I guess.
I mean,
Gotta think about
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah.
again, hopscotch. Oh, okay. And this is the season for AD carries to actually auto each other. And
Okay.
Nation.
Someone tell me what Akayut is building with this.
What? An abyssal mask?
What? Whoa!
Oh, and the League of Legends plan!
Oh my god!
What the fuck? Okay, well, oh my god, stop it! Oh my god,
Wait,
and he
what
stays
is he-
alive, and they're killing Anonville, oh my god!
Alright, let me tell
He
you
got
something.
gameplayed.
Look, I've
She
seen
got
a
gameplayed.
lot of
Oh,
next level
fuck
shit.
you, oh
I've
my
never
god.
seen.
Bayak! Oh, the ram! Oh, no! Okay, Bonkashan's alive.
Even look at the mid lane. Wait, did they just all DC? Please! Oh my god! I have to pee! I have to pee!
Hold on, I'm blowing up chat. I need to see what's happening. Oh my god.
I've never seen.
There's nerfs.
Oh.
What the hell?
Hey, look at the mid lane. Wait, did they just all DC?
I'm hearing the. Who's playing back stuff in my ears?
I have to pee! I have to pee!
Not me, dude.
Menbug, are
What
you
is
okay?
What is happening?
I don't know. You know what? The last game's version of Speedy Ramus. This game's version is just the League of Legends button.
Okay, so as I was saying before,
Okay,
as we're in
someone,
the pod,
pull up a replay of the last team fight and just analyze the Aurelion gameplay button.
yeah, we need a
high
Nathan
qual-
DC. Nathan DC.
We need a
Nathan
high
DC
quality
is what-
analysis of the utmost professional level.
Oh my god, holy crap. This is...
Professionalism.
Okay, so as I said, I've seen a lot of
No,
next level shit
also
in this
just no.
game. I've seen a lot of next level shit in this game. Urion with a stopwatch takes the cake. Gotta say, was not expecting that. I'll be
like
honest.
2 health. It
I'll
was like
be honest.
perfectly timed.
That was A1.
Oh
I just-
my god. Oh my god. Wait, he has Ghostblade, Duskblade. I just noticed.
Yeah, he's full lethality.
Yup.
But that's about right. That's what Nocturne has to build. Okay, so now back to quality casting. Frank being really aggressive there. Actually, flash ulted. I believe it was.
It was Fudgy Ditters.
It was Fudgy Ditters. Yeah,
Except
the
Violet
flash ult
Sociocat was the one that got deleted.
just in the middle of four people, and still ended up coming out of there alive.
To be fair,
Thanks
he
to
has
thanks to
Zonias now.
Zonias. Yeah, thanks to Zonias. But still, like, that's an incredible amount of communication and a lot of trust to have in your team to just like, all right, guys, I'm going in, flash into 4 people, ult, and well, I guess it kind of makes sense because Elliot does have the League of Legends boss before, and it doesn't really matter at this point. So yeah, that's about as much as I can give you, honestly speaking.
Well, so one, I'm gonna go down the line and just say some crap because my god. All right, Akayut, whatever you're doing with that catalyst, sell it. Get yourself a bramble vest and go get yourself a frozen heart because you'll slow down the attack speed of the only person you're ever gonna see in the side lane. 2, the Nocturne's probably building it into a GA. That's what the stopwatch is for.
True. Well, yes, because he's
Okay,
going to
yeah,
he's gonna build a gargoyle stone plate.
You know,
Well, no, it can be stone. It can be stone plate, and it can be. Can it be?
It could be a GA or a Zonia's or a stone plate. It's gonna be a
definitely
GA.
Zanya's or Stoneplate. Yeah.
So then, and then also, I just think the initial like DG, like he flashed, but then like kept on walking, and it was very strange. I just think this is the funniest looking picture ever. Just 4 people in the mid lane, just looking like they like it was a Gen W bug or something like that.
4. So
Uh,
the opposite of a
also-
clown fiesta is a mime siesta, Murphy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so a little bit of an update. Nathaniel, who
Silent Taco.
is restarting his router, and so we should be getting back pretty soon here, possibly.
Then
So
again,
let's
it's
go
also
ahead.
PMA LCS, so we could be here for another half an hour.
Right. So something interesting to note is that there's a 3K gold lead right now on the side of War. But as we all know, as time progresses, that 3K gold lead becomes less and less and less significant. And honestly, right now, 34 minutes in, 34K isn't. Or I'm sorry, 3K isn't exactly 3K isn't
carrot magic in
yeah. 3K isn't exactly like the worst thing 34 minutes in, especially because I assume all of it is on Blockastron. Yeah, that's about right. With a 6-1 Aatrox. So they're playing the team fights correctly. HVG right now is playing the team fights correctly with DG Mad Hatter and Urion just assassinating Violet Sociocat and Fudgy Ditters, respectively. So if they can just keep up that pressure, they should be able to pull this out, in my honest opinion. Also, side note, Guy Fieri now has Exhaust and not Smite, so there's that as well.
what? No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he does. I'm not lying to you.
Where do you
Guy
see
Fieri
it?
has Exhaust.
What?
Oh, it just doesn't show it. It doesn't show it on the overlay. It never.
Wait, what?
Like on my client, I have to click him to see that he has exhaust.
Oh, he has flash exhaust. Okay, it just hasn't
Yeah.
changed on the actual
Wait.
overlay yet. What the hell?
Wait, flash exhaust.
Where's your smite? I mean, there's no
I mean-
objectives up for a while, I guess.
Also, he has Consume, which can
I understand that, but like
Yeah.
you can't use abilities when you're suppressed, but you can smite. Murphy, I know his Q is a smite, but if he doesn't have it down to 1,000, and they notice that he doesn't have smite up, he can get suppressed. He can't Q. You can't do anything while suppressed except for you can smite.
A summoner has reached
Hey.
Hey, there it is.
Oppa.
And okay, so I guess what Guy Fieri is trying to do is to act as more of a peeler in this kind of situation. Because in theory, what he could do is just stand next to Fudgy Ditters or Violet Sociocat
And exhaust.
and exhaust the Urion, and to try, desperately to try and take away that League of Legends
I mean,
button.
Donville has had exhaust this entire game, and the League of Legends button has still existed.
I mean,
Well, I don't think he had it up for that last fight since it's still up now, or he just wasn't quick enough to react.
Well, all the summoner spell cooldowns on the overlay still keep ticking.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. So hold on, let me go check. Nope, can't tell.
all
I
right, so
think we
now
got
we're going
ours
back
in
into the
chat.
game. We're getting
Yeah.
back into the game.
Okay, 2, 1, we'll... Okay,
Whoa.
so summoner spells are still buggy, or whatever. We'll deal with it.
Yeah, we don't know who has what now. So
I can tell you this: they have no answer for Caleb in the top lane. He's 3 levels above Akayut.
Oh lord. Is he gonna
Did you
double
have
flame
it?
horizon him?
Yeah.
He's gonna like... What is that even called?
So, like, I guess for PMA LCS terms, it'll be the Caleb
Oh yeah,
Horizon.
Kill Blockastran Horizon.
Yeah, if he gets to 200 CS, then you can make it. But it's just, and look, here's the best thing: when you have a split pusher in the top on the side lanes, you have to have vision in the side of the jungle, which they are, and he does have some vision, but he also had vision of the entire enemy team. So there's
Also,
that.
speaking of vision, like, look at the pink wards in the inventory of War. Like, I Fury has 3, Blockastran has 2, and then there's
Can you
one...
show the vision for each side with F1 and F2? for the
let me... okay, so... Blue side, red side. Red side's map is not completely dark. Blue side has summoned the enemy jungle, so...
Red side has better deep vision right now
Yeah.
than blue side.
yeah, but only on the blue side.
Yeah.
God, I'm gonna be up until 2 in the morning, aren't I?
Yeah, because you gotta do all these stats.
No, fuck you. I'm doing stats tomorrow, okay? Thanks.
Talk to me after
Gotta
this game, Rich,
speed
by the
up
way.
a little bit.
Okay.
So Baron seems to be the word here.
The worm is the word.
Oh,
No. Oh,
okay.
nope.
So back in the day, Thresh, I think used to be able over that wall. I don't
Flay over
remember
the
where
wall?
though.
I think he can still flay
Yep.
over it. Yeah. Whee.
Nice little lantern
They
out.
don't get the pink. Oh, they do get the pink. Okay.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter because they
yeah,
all
'cause
have.
they all have pinks. Actually, the only one with no pinks is Violet Sosukat, because that's because she has QSS in the health pot.
Man, the health part's really good.
A health
I mean,
pot.
it mitigates some damage.
The health pot's gonna save her when she gets game played later.
Right, 150 health is what will save her.
Oh hey, so Urion doesn't have the stopwatch anymore.
Maybe that was a one-time thing? I'm not entirely sure then. That's very strange.
So Baron is live, and HVG opted to go for the blue buff?
No, I think you have to go for the... You gotta go for Elder right here. Because if you can...
They're going for... Oh! He gets the Baron steal! He gets the lead in immediately, but he gets it! And on the other side of the map, HVG are going for Elder Dragon. They get the hook onto Caleb. He's going to get the lead and shut down for Silent Taco. This is such bad news. Oh my... Elliot, you are a god. What?
That's why you take Smite, Eric!
Oh, he's
I mean,
okay,
they will get the Elder
he's
buff.
slightly less of
They'll
a
get the
god because he didn't have a smite to go up against. Oh my god!
No, he is a god because he realized it.
Oh,
Oh, and the TP coming back in for
They-
Aki.
they-
It's still a 4v4. They're gonna scare him off. Oh,
Take it.
Take this.
Guy
take
Fury.
the Elder.
Is the blast going up? No. Oh, look at
Guy,
this.
Guy Fury has gone in. Oh, the
It
Elder
reset.
Dragon is actually resetting. Guy Fury's trapped in the pit. He stepped on a trap. He
Oh,
goes down.
no.
The Ram gonna knock up a Dawn Bell. And now
Elliot's
the
back up.
Elder
Elliot's
Dragon
back
is
up with
gonna
his
go
gameplay
over
button.
Jump. Oh, DJ Mad Hatter.
Speaking
The
of gameplay
QSS comes
buttons.
out for Violent. So he got the hook landing onto a Dawn Bell, and they're gonna delete him
stop.
now. Caitlyn gonna take that kill. Silent Taco is on the killing spree.
And just like that, there goes
Okay.
the gold lead.
Wow. Okay. The 200 gold lead.
Disastrous on the side of
Someone
war.
clip
Guy
that.
Fieri dying twice for both.
Nice hook,
the, dying twice, not having the smite. He needs to have that smite. I think he can change it back, but exhaust.
Someone
He's
should
the
lift
bane
that
of his
Baron
existence
steal. Oh my
there.
god. Allergic to milk is on a weird mission.
Oh, gameplay button.
That's all I got. As soon as the paranoia comes in, I'm like, and she's gone. And that might be the game right now, actually, for HVG.
I mean, Elder
They have all five.
Elder
They have
buff-
double buffs. So if a hook lands, they delete someone. Oh,
There's
the
a-
Ram going in onto Balaka Strand. They are not going to kill anyone just yet. Guy Fieri is currently
Ooh, that-
taking up everything, so is the Dawn Bell. The hook coming out, but these
Silent Taco.
the health bars are actually getting a little bit low for HVG. Aku is going to go down, so is DG Mad Hatter, actually. Silent Taco also, oh, this is just bad news back. The throw back, Allergic to Milk is the last one alive. He goes down as well. The triple kill for Balaka Strand, and the ace back for We Are a Rhino. And just like that, bye-bye Baron, bye-bye Elder Dragon.
And bye-bye gold lead. All in the same.
Can I say,
All-
hey, hey,
in the same, yeah.
Sean,
Yes.
Clown Fiesta!
Yeah, just overextension there from HVG. They definitely didn't have to play that aggressive. The Ram coming out a little too early on Akiyu, getting a little too big for his britches, and ended up getting paid.
So
He got paid for it, or paid for it?
Yeah, he got paid for it in death.
This is a, oh my god.
like
All we need is a speedy Rammus and this would be perfect.
no. Okay. So my biggest thing is that while Urion had smite, he only does 900. He did like 900 damage of true damage to it. Guy Fieri's consume is still more than that.
Wait, really? What is it?
It's like 980, and even though he was 2 levels lower than Elliot, but they didn't clear the pink ward out of the back in time to where he still had vision, and he tried to consume it like 300.
And yeah, the consume is slightly delayed. You have to do it a little bit sooner if your team's.
Yeah, it has an animation cast on.
Elliot's still a god.
Yeah.
Elliot's still a god.
I mean, I saw what rest happened through it. Yeah, they shouldn't have pressed their tempo right there. It felt like they were going to try to end right there off of it, but they shouldn't have. And now,
The other
finally.
hand, turn finally goes down.
well, no, finally he has a bramble vest.
Oh, true. You listen.
I don't know. I have no idea what this abyssal mask is for.
What mattered? Damage. He's trying to mitigate that damage.
Package.
No.
Just gonna package out. That is the anti-gameplay button, the package button.
Yeah, I still have health.
Yeah. Just
With
the
no
paranoia did
feasible
that.
way
Nice.
of gaining back too.
So we are 18 minutes away from hitting the longest game of this season. Or a little bit less than 18 minutes.
I don't think anything will ever top Gert
Speedy
5
Rammus.
versus.
Well, I can tell you this.
Kitty
If we
Dead
have
Ace.
17 minutes of this type of gameplay,
Oh god, I don't want to cast 17 minutes of this more of this.
there's been a kill a minute this game.
Oh my god, yeah. Welcome to PMA LCS. Oh, okay.
Oh, Blackerstrand.
Okay.
And
there's a
Elliot
ram.
almost has
Urion
his ult back
is
up.
gonna
Oh,
probably gameplay button.
They've cornered him, and okay.
Oh, he's Resurrecting.
Fine.
Oh, okay.
Just fine.
The man went up. The man went up and never
went
came down.
He never came back down.
And just like that,
Alright, so
HVG up
concentration
5-4,
here.
and they're gonna be pushing down this bot tower as 5 is super
He has
low.
his ult back up in 30 seconds.
Oh my lord, what? Okay.
Oof.
Super Mega Death Bomb does basically nothing. Taco is at half health, but he does have a Bloodthirster, so he will have plenty of lifesteal.
Oh.
They do have wave clear. They can stall this push for days. They do need to rotate around this.
But Akayut and Elliot already ultimates. They could, in theory,
just
run
ult
it back.
jitters and it's over. Like, gameplay him.
Up here comes the Ram. They're gonna land the hook, and there's the deletion on the Guy Fieri. Oh, Elliot's going for the gameplay, but is gonna have to flash away. They did get the pick onto the Nunu though. Naku going in onto the Vital Associate, who will be kiting him out. Redemption coming down. Donville taken super low, and the hook lands again onto him. Allergic to milk landing. All these hooks picks up
Bear
Sour Taco.
Jr.?
The
Hello?
kills. Oh my god. Allergic to milk with the plays.
Okay, so now they're looking for the slow play here. Baron is almost up. 10 seconds. You can go for that. Push out the top lane. Well, mid inhibitor just respawned, but that's
Someone
fine.
looking for a slow play. What a concept.
Yeah.
Someone looking for a play that has forethought behind it in this game.
What?
Alright, Eric. Get TP and TP in and steal this, buddy.
Do it, yes! Oh no, but it goes down too fast. Oh my god, how godlike would that have been? If he switched to TP, TP's in, smite steals.
Slash, you can only change it.
He has Flash Smite now.
Yeah,
Here's the problem.
Does he? I don't
Eric,
think so.
he does.
Eric
He does.
has a
But
playstyle.
hover.
I don't see it on.
Like click to him. It's not on the overlay. You have to like click to him.
Oh,
Click,
yeah, he does
click
have
his
smite.
portrait, yeah.
Yeah, he has smite.
Here's the thing. Wait, I'm so interested as to why DJ Mad Hatter chose upgraded Zonias instead of the upgraded Death Cap.
What's
That's
the
interesting.
difference?
Is it the lower cooldown?
Possibly, I guess. That's the only thing I can think of, but no one's blowing him up in these fights.
Yeah, it's a 120-second cooldown. It's a lower cooldown.
Also, for what it's worth, Silent Taco is now a full build Caitlyn, so she hurts like very.
Like a lot.
Like she hurts this many.
Okay, so,
that was one auto on the tank, and Guy Fieri is chunking out a quarter health.
Okay, well, yeah, Immortal Reminder will do that for you, but,
Yup.
Ooh. Alright, so here, I think Elliot, what he needs to do is he needs to gameplay Fudgy Ditters. He's seen time and time again.
Oh, Violet Tozer can't speed. Wee, she wants the package. Wee, and the bye. Oh, but she's gonna get resurrected by GA. But Ruyan getting gameplay block strand. That's who they need. Violet Tozer also goes down, and Ruyan will have his GA popped as well. Aki is such a beast. The hook landing onto Guy Fieri. They'll blow him up. That's 3 dead for War. And HVG pushing straight down the
That
mid
might
lane.
be game.
All 5. That is going to be game. That has to be game. Unless
Yeah,
Fudgy
50
Ditters
seconds.
pulls off a miracle.
Why do you take that fight as War? Why are you...
She just dove straight in. She did not need to do that whatsoever. She just got the lead. She has a GA, but like, I don't even know. Well, we'll finally get into this. Allergic to milk, taking the damage, but it does not matter. HVG taking the 2-0 over War after a fucking clown fiesta of a game.
Wow, HVG 2-0 over War.
That's all I got. That's
Incredible. I would have never thought that. Like I said, yes, I honestly.
after game 1, after the draft, I did not think. Okay.
Voodoo magic, man.
I got nothing, man.
How do you even analyze that? I'm the play-by-play. I don't have to analyze anything. It's you guys.
Ultimately, the Korean barbecue got. is I
was
think.
overcooked. Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
No. So here's my thing. Again, from draft on both sides, they put Eric on not comfort, and then 2, Eric's playstyle is apparent that he always is around his lane, but he spends a lot of time just kind of doing nothing when he's around them. If he's not ganking, if he's spot out, he kind of goes back and forth, so he loses time, which was shown by, and it's also indicative of like Ali's playstyle, where they like to group a lot, so you're getting less XP, like not single XP from the jungle or from a lane, and he is massively outleveled through the entirety of this game. Also, the Nunu pick. Just not really coming in. I have to go get something to drink because my throat hurts. I will be right back.
Okay, Sebastian, MVP, go. Who do you even pick? Those just...
Honestly, I'd probably, man, I'd give it to.
By the way, make it MVP.
Oh God, I'd probably give it to Elliot for his extensive use of the gameplay button. But I mean, if I really want to give it to someone, I'd probably give it to Sal. He actually got a lot of picks there in between fights that really nailed the coffin in a lot of those team fights, especially around the Baron pit and that one really pick onto a Donvel at the tail end of that Elder Drake. Also, it kept Blackestran off of his carries towards the end of that game. So I'd probably give it to Sal, honestly speaking. But like I said, Elliot was just doing so much work, so much damage, and just alt F4ing the enemy that he clicked on. So
I can't even. I
don't know.
I don't have anyone to vote for. I just honestly just no clue. That was. I mean. I would argue the only person you can't give it to is Akiyu, because he just had Caleb beat on him all day, basically. And also, he didn't build a fucking Bramble Vest.
Yeah, so great call on the Bonley Cinder. Not good building a Bramble Vest. What was it, like 35 minutes into the game? You generally want that item maybe second after the Sunfire King. Yeah, I don't know. It honestly, for me, it's between Urge to Milk and Yurion.
Okay, well, no more votes appear to be coming through, so I'm calling Yurion as the Game 2 MVP, so yeah.
Is no one voting?
Apparently not.
Let me see. Hold on. I'll give it to.
Okay, so yeah, I have no idea who to give my MVP vote.
I gave it to Elliot because, like I said, his extensive use of the gameplay button.
But
really
see, to
showed
me,
that
I
game.
can't use that same logic for Elliot because that's what I used against Silent Taco last game.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He did what he's supposed to do.
But at the same time, the votes are what they are. So
Well, I know what the votes are, what they are.
the clown fiesta gets the MVP.
Oh yeah, you should have given it to, you should have given them a choice for mime and clown.
Paging Director Toes. Wait, Greg, did you?
That one's me.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of PMA LCS out here.
I think.
Okay, so are we just giving it to Elliot? Is that what is that? The
let me check the results real quick.
Well, right now it's 4 votes to 2 votes to 1 to 1 to 0. Never mind, it's 4 to 3 now on DG.
Okay,
Okay,
let's go up. Let's just go up. Let's get this started. Okay. Hi guys.
Hey.
Alright, get you
What's up, bro?
DG and
Oh yes.
but
Get
we
out of
also
here.
need
I mean, we could get Ali or Eric.
yeah, Ali or Eric would be good. Ask them, don't just drag them.
Yeah.
Hey, Aka, I want to ask you a question since you're not in here, but you can listen on chat. Why did it take so long to build a Bramble vest and or a Frozen Heart? And like the Abyssal Mask was very strange to me. So you can answer that in your own time.
I built a Frozen Heart.
Huh?
I built a Frozen Heart.
Who's I? Sal?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
built a Thornmail.
you were never next to Aatrox unless you were like 4-manning.
That's true. Good point.
Okay.
But Frozen
I strictly yelled at him
Sebastian, I
multiple times for
joined
that
the
Bramble
club.
vest.
I joined the club.
What club?
The club of the Pentaban.
Ah, yes.
See, I told you it was a Pentaban. See, they were like,
Sure, the
that's
Shogat is a flex ban, but it still is a takeaway from me.
It's
Hello,
technically a pentaban. Okay.
It
We'll give
See,
it.
was a
I told
Pentaban.
you
Good
guys.
for
God, they were trying to dissuade me.
At the very least, you joined the Quadraban Club.
No, I 100% joined the Pentaban club.
You also joined the Quadraban
Don't take
Club
this
by
away from
definition.
him.
You joined
Don't
both
take it away
clubs.
from
You
me.
joined both clubs.
You joined me, Eric, because I got.
Yeah, we did it to you once too.
I
That
got-
was fun.
I got Quadraban the last split at least once.
So anyway,
Yeah.
these interviews, man.
I don't
Yep.
get banned.
All right, so congratulations to HVG for the 2-0. We have the MVP of Game 1, Allergic to Milk, and then the MVP of Game 2, the delete button, Elliot.
The League of Legends button.
Who didn't have to be on his 6th pick the whole set?
Yeah. First off, I want to start with Allie, if I may. Game 1, everyone on the desk, and I don't know, I want to add, felt like you stole Game 1's draft away. What were your feelings going into the actual game after the draft?
After the draft, I mean, do you mean before the game started?
Yeah, before the game
Yeah,
started.
no, like-
Loading
like,
screen, loading screen.
After draft was secured and you saw what your team comp was going to be, what were you thinking? What was you and your team's thoughts?
Well, we were in an awkward situation. Eric's champion pool for what we typically try to do with the picks that we go for is fairly limited, and they clearly exploited that both games. And we wound up in a situation where we had the full-on like team fight composition. So I knew that if we got behind the triple tanks, it was going to be impossible for us to win. So we just I really wanted to focus on vision control, playing clean. It just didn't happen.
Okay,
Well,
because I'll say that for everyone on the desk, Seabass was having like an aneurysm, and Rich and I were just dumbfounded that you were able to get Ornn, Misfortune, and Malzahar on one side of the draft. Which
I mean, the problem was that we did get Ornn, Malzahar, and Misfortune, but I mean they go triple tank into it and play backliners that can stay out of Misfortune ult range that we can't actually consistently get engage on with J4, and then our composition means nothing. So
Yep.
we would have had to win in the first. We just needed to do what we always try to do and snowball, and it just didn't happen.
Eric, what was it like getting quad banned or triple banned in the first game and then penta banned? Like what
No,
was going through
quad
your
ban-
mind?
It was quad ban in the first game too, because it was the Cho, Mao, Vi, and Gragas in the first game for the record. And they took the Sejuani away in game 1, so I was on my 6th pick in both games. It's a little I don't want to say humbling, because it makes me know that I gotta have other things that we can play as a team. I've got other stuff I can play, but nothing that we've played around as far as like practicing it. Because like I brought up the Rammus, I could have played the Rammus that same game, but we haven't really practiced with it, so we wouldn't be able to know how to play around with it. It was kind of the same thing with the Jarvan. Like we didn't practice much with it, so we weren't able to really play around what the Jarvan can do. So we weren't able to really, like set up any level 2 ganks anywhere, especially with how the level 1 played out. It was really fucking weird. Where like they invaded 5-man topside, and so we just stole their red, kind of just traded buff quadrants. So it kind of delayed the chance for a level 2 somewhere. It was just weird, and we need to practice with more different junglers than just Sejuani, Maokai, and Cho'Gath, obviously.
Okay, and then
I
final.
think that the funny thing about all of that is that
the goal second game was that the team was not trying to 5-ban out Eric. We just assumed that we were going to lay those 3 bans down on him and that he was going to pick someone up in the first 3 picks because of what happened in first game.
We went back and forth on it.
So that after he didn't get picked, we're like, okay, I guess we'll just do the same thing.
We just have the problem that none of our junglers are priority after the 3 junglers are banned.
Yeah.
Sejuani, Joga. I mean, we only have 3 junglers that we're actually consistent on from a crowd control perspective that we fits the compositions that we play frequently. So
thanks for showing us a hole in our team that we need to practice.
I think we already knew. We just didn't do anything about it. We just couldn't do anything about it.
So actually, I have a question. I have a question. All right. So Frank, you're the leader of HVG, right?
Right.
No, he's not.
Okay.
Last time you checked.
Well, yeah. Last time I checked. Okay. So how did you sell? Game 1? How did you sell the idea to Akayut, to Sal and your 80 carry? I forgot his name. Blanked out. Silent Taco. Well, yeah. He was a sub. How do you propose to them? Look, we're gonna give them the Ornn. We're gonna give them the Misfortune. And by golly, we're gonna give them the Malzahar.
By golly, someone click.
What was your team? What was your what was your comms like during that initial draft? That initial draft pick, game 1. I wanna kind of see where your mind was at there.
So the funny thing is that I wasn't as fearful about all of it until you just said it to me right now. Because when they had Misfortune and Malzahar, that actually sounds incredibly terrifying, and I didn't
Okay,
think about that. But this is the way that I thought.
Go first.
So we knew game 1 that we knew that we wanted to get rid of junglers. After our first 2 bans, the last ban was either going to be Corky or Sejuani. And after we banned twice and weren't seeing bans necessarily at me, we decided, okay, we're gonna ban away the Corky and see if they ban the Sejuani. And they didn't, so we grabbed Sejuani fully knowing that they were probably going to take Ornn on the other team. However, I had been practicing. I just played top lane. This is totally random. Happened to play top lane with Tom Kench against an Ornn this week and did really well. And I know that Ben had been talking about wanting to play Tom Kench, and so we said, okay, we're gonna play the Tom Kench into the Ornn. Following, and they grabbed the MF2 right away as well. And so we just said, hey, we want Leona bot lane. We want that kind of engage. And once the Malzahar was grabbed, I actually was pretty nervous. I kind of wanted to go Valkaz, and they banned that away from me. And so I said, okay, well, Lux can hit from the back line, and I know that I can easily pop the spell shield. So, and she does great damage, and we need me to build heavy damage, knowing that if I don't, it's gonna go all on Tristan's shoulder. And we didn't want that, so that was my thought process going into the game.
All right, cool.
Quick question. You say that's your thought process, but I understand you say that wasn't scary until now. But when you see there's pictures, dude, in front of you, do you just forget what these champions do?
No,
we were talking about on the desk. These are some of the highest win rate and contested picks among those 3 roles. And somehow you would
though. So
no, I'm talking about for what they end up getting.
I mean,
we felt confident in the fact that we were putting it all on the shoulders of me being able to get consistent damage off in the back line and
and
from
peeling
the
for
back,
Taco.
from the back line and peeling for Taco.
Your sub ADC, who doesn't play ADC.
Correct. We like I said, I have a lot of faith in my other guys.
We called it Juju magic on the desk. So yeah. Yeah, that was pretty good. Game 1 was an impressive draft. Game 2, I thought was a better draft overall from everybody. I felt like it was good for Allie to get on what I consider a comfort pick for her because it allows her to do a lot more, not just within lane and having, a good matchup, even blind picked, but the package allows her to move around and kind of like rally the troops is the way I think about it in my head. Even though, but the Nunu pick, I know that like that's one of your kind of throwbacks, Eric. But like, if y'all can dive in a little bit, were there other options or?
I mean, there are a few other options that we talked about with like potentially a Rammus, potentially like Zach, but we really hadn't played around with any of them.
Yeah, and we thought the spellbook was really interesting and smart.
Yeah, Spellbook's the only one that feels good on Nunu, not gonna lie. Because like being able to take Ignite level 1 and then switch it over to Flash is so nice. It's literally what got us first blood. So Spellbook Nunu, that's the way to go. We've discovered. But like between the other champs, like I even had a semblance of being able to play in there. It kind of came down to being between Rammus or Nunu. And I pretty much told Ali, lock in whatever you're gonna lock in, and Ali locked in the Nunu. So.
Can I ask a question of the other team?
No.
I gotta know why did you switch off of Smite with Spellbook?
I switched off Smite for Spellbook for some of the fights in the middle where Smite's not gonna do as much for me because I might have an exhaust.
Time out. You say that, but something I brought up during the cast is that that if Malzahar was to ever hit you can't consume, right? You know that you can smite when you're suppressed.
But in the mid-game team fights, I take green smite, I take warning smite, so smite doesn't do anything.
Well, no, I'm talking about like if it was that around Baron, which actually later, I don't know what happened on that Baron call to where when Elliot stole it, which nice steal by Elliot, but like you got it down, like y'all bursted it, but you didn't use consume until later, and like there's a half second.
I just missed it. It's 100%. I just missed it. It was just my fault, my mistake.
No, it's fine. I mean, the only thing I would say was just the pink ward in the back probably should have been taken care of because I don't know if y'all had vision of Elliot.
Oh, we didn't see a pink ward. Our pink ward must not have been in range for it. Oh wait,
there was an enemy pink ward. I didn't even see it for some reason, but.
I didn't see
I was pretty sure he blind flashed. I thought that's what it was.
Adonville was hitting it at the end, like right at the end.
I didn't even know it was there.
I didn't even see it.
Go watch the VOD when y'all get a chance.
Honestly, I was so out with Consume Smite and the extra burst of having more people there. I was so certain that we were going to get that Baron.
Well, but he didn't have Smite for that Baron, though.
Thought I did. Did I fuck up?
You had exhaust flash.
Oh no!
I didn't even know that. I legitimately
thought I had Smite for that.
See,
you had exhaust.
Trying to that Baron.
That's honestly.
I'm not saying that I'm about to leave this interview, but.
But like that.
On that note,
honestly, if you would have had Smite there, you would have gotten that easily because your consume is like a half second cast time and Smite's instant. So
I know, and it's 100% on me that we lost that Baron. I fucked up, but
I mean there are other parts.
I had this fight. That's whoops. I'll lock that down on this Spellbook Nunu.
Yeah, no, that's not. It's not your fault that the game was lost, but it definitely made it really difficult.
It was
that Baron play at the end and around Elder Dragon because we were like, he doesn't have Smite. Just kill him. Just kill him.
I would have had it had it not reset though.
Yeah, you would have had it with your
consume. Yes. But it reset. I was just
we just shouldn't have. Caleb died before that fight even started, and then we took it anyway. And we saw the reset, and then we flashed in.
I guess the only other question I have is why the engage on the last play, Allie? That's the only thing, because I felt like if y'all would have stalled out and just like kind of waited, Caleb had such a massive lead in the side lane against Akayu. Akayu was 3 levels down and barely built Thornmail and didn't have that much armor or anything to deal with his attack speed.
We were down double in him already. We were down one Nexus turret.
And they had Baron.
And they had Baron, and they were going to reset and just go top. We needed to engage no matter what at some point, and that was a corridor with a corridor that package could do an incredible amount of damage. And I had QSS, and I had GA, and I had W. So I was kind of just thinking about engaging and then just letting my team hopefully kill them. But Caleb died to Nocturne like instantly, so that's pretty much what happened.
I don't have any more questions just because, like, honestly, we were laughing so much during both games, but especially the second one.
I'm glad we could put on a show.
I have one question. So Elliot, this I believe this is your first game back on the Nocturne for this season. I haven't seen all of your games and everything, but is this the first game?
I believe so.
How did it feel to have that League of Legends button?
Dude, it's a great thing. I didn't use any of my other abilities all game. Just pressed R.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy.
You
No, we
know,
were talking
and to
about
watch
that and
that
everything,
doesn't-
but so historically for this team at least, you've been playing more of the tank, or for the lack of a better term, a support type jungler. How does it feel to kind of flex a little bit and get back on something that that creates 4v5 situations?
Sebastian, I'm a peacock, and sometimes I just gotta fly.
Oh gosh. Oh my god.
And my team said, Elliot, you earned your wings from last game. Go out into the world.
Be a butterfly.
Don't fly.
Oh my god! With all that, that'll do it
That's all
for
bad.
tonight. Yeah, we two great series, great being quote unquote. But tune in.
Whoa, chill! That was a great game.
Spellbook.
Tune in again. When is the next match? Someone tell me.
Thursday. So tomorrow at 11 p.m. Eastern.
Tomorrow at 11 p.m. Eastern. That will be back on
Anything?
PMA LCS Twitch. Yep. So tomorrow at 10 Eastern is what I have on the schedule. So I've been Jirachi with Badix Instincts and Manbung /Manbung, and we'll see you guys tomorrow night.